Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We've had a huge news drop, a huge info dump from the Con 42 fan convention where Jared Huckabee, creative content lead, and Thorsten Lehmann, lead systems designer and guru of gameplay apparently, I believe he actually heads the core gameplay pillar teams, answered a load of questions, talked about a load of stuff coming in the next major patch, in the June patch, which assumedly is going to be 4.1.2, stuff that's coming with engineering in the near future, the ATLS combat suit, ship armor, tons of stuff. So we're going to jump into what they said with a bit of a summary and extra context. They are building 11 major patches this year in total. The June patch is apparently really cool. They are actively working on new features like base building and crafting still. However, most people are working on content and expanding out what they currently have, improving the persistent universe, making the game more playable, fixing bugs, and Squadron 42. They have plans and goals for certain features and the way they want them. However, features that are further down the line haven't got hard plans set in stone yet, and they will evolve their plans as and when they have ideas for them. They are likely going to have learnt and improved ideas by the time they get round to actively developing certain features, and they typically won't answer when questions. What's coming in the June patch? Now, they said there's going to be a new way of opening doors. So if you have the right uniform, the right clothes on, the right armor, the right helmet or whatever, you'll be able to get in through certain doors into certain areas as part of a gameplay loop, as part of an event or mission set. So there's going to be an Inside Star Citizen on it in the next couple of weeks. There's also going to be another way of getting into these doors, assumedly breaching or whatever, but we'll talk about that in a minute. There are going to be updates to hangar and freight elevators. So yeah, there are some updates planned for the June patch here. There's also going to be more and more updates coming to sort of hangar and freight elevators later. But in the June patch, this should allow ATLS suits to be brought up more sensibly from the sort of side elevators, and Jared then mimed out an ATLS combat suit and said, brrr, brrr, these will be coming. So yeah, it's probably the ones we've seen at Cloud Imperium coming in June. Is it going to be exactly them? Have they evolved somewhat? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Engineering is coming soonish as well. It's very close. They were implying that it's going to be the June or July patch. They want to get it out sooner rather than later, but they are going to be using the tech preview build again for this, so not in the live build. It's going to need more refinement and more updates, so it's not a fully finished feature, even when they put it into the tech preview, more like a tier 0 or minimum viable product. However, it's going to be a lot more advanced than previously seen in testing, and it will be available in the persistent universe, not just Arena Commander to be testing. So it might not be as visually as appealing as they'd like and stuff like that as well, and that's part of the sort of tier 0 implementation, I suppose. Fire hazards, firefighting, fire extinguishers, they're going to be coming at the same time. However, there won't be sort of fires that spread in environments, at least not yet. It's going to be exclusively in the interior of ships, at least at this stage, as I said. Engineering is going to come with a massive balance pass to ships, ship combat, components and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, a full rebalance of ship components, power, etc. You'll be able to vent fire by opening doors and that sort of stuff. That will be coming with engineering gameplay in the future. It is not part of the first implementation. Also, physicalized ammo and reloading is going to be part of engineering gameplay at some point, but it is not currently a priority. There's also going to be different types of ammo, magazines, and calibers that you can put into your ship's weapons, that sort of stuff. Life support systems, again, these are going to be coming later, not with the first implementation of engineering. There may, however, be a breaching mechanic coming with engineering's first implementation, and that might be one of the other ways you get through some of the doors in June. Repairing ships is obviously part of that engineering sort of gameplay loop. However, once they have it in a more complete state, they might look at other ways of doing repairs and sort of fleshing out more repair gameplay, because they were talking about welding or reinforcing sort of areas with metal plates, that sort of gameplay. It's not a priority. They'll be looking at it in the future, though. With engineering coming online, ships will be much more likely to be disabled during combat. There are still situations where you can blow up a ship, but you'll see more players boarding or disabling a ship then moving on, though if you disable a ship, the crew may be able to repair it. Now, Something that is going to be faked in the shorter term is ship armor. So this is going to be part of the initial engineering gameplay, but at this stage they're sort of going to mimic the sort of functionality they want from the Maelstrom system that they'll be releasing in the future. So it's going to be a data-driven damage mitigation system here. The armor effectively has a health pool as well. As that gets damaged, then it will give you less mitigation. It will be less effective. This should allow them to do some balance and get ship armor in a better place for when they actually implement the Maelstrom damage system in the future. They mentioned capital ship components, and at the moment there's no intention of you having like huge downtimes for changing them out. This could change though. They said just getting them into an area where you could change them out would be the main driver of time for them, but we'll have to wait and see. Torpedoes are going to evolve as they move forward with the game. They're balancing for current patch, sort of today's gameplay with torpedoes, but once they have engineering in, and then torpedoes are going to evolve as the game evolves, basically. They're not in the place where they want them to be because they haven't got all the other systems in place. There is a plan in place for a visual helper for landing. That will be in the game in the future. The UI team is one of the most overburdened or busy teams. There's loads of stuff they want to do using the UI team, like being able to label boxes and cargo, stuff like that even. FPS scanning will give you deeper details of a character's crime stat, affiliation, ID, etc. It's obviously something they want to get into the game. Features like FPS scanning will come to the tech preview first, though. Crafting likely will come to the tech preview first because these things need tweaks, changes, and refinement before going to the live build. Other big features will also use the tech preview branch of the game. PDCs, so the point defense systems, them hitting party members is just a bug currently, and that was confirmed. PDCs aren't supposed to be used really as offensive systems. They're more defensive. They're not AI blades. They are still, however, going to be iterating on PDCs, so bear that in mind. Forston is excited for the future and potential of refueling. It's going to get more meaningful space in the game in the future. There was a question about the Orion. They can't talk about that ship properly yet. The Orion is not in active development. They're waiting for gameplay and resources to sort of catch up. They are working on refinery gameplay though, with more updates to station refining coming potentially in the June patch, and they treat this as part of the kind of crafting gameplay, and there's going to be even more updates to refining, and when sort of crafting comes online, then when base building comes online, refining will evolve beyond this, and then the Orion will be considered. They don't know what's happening with the Orion's drill. It's too early, but they will be looking at that and other ships as they evolve, as the sort of gameplay systems evolve. When the gameplay is appropriate to put them in game, then they'll sort of evolve a ship potentially. And just because they've got plans for something now does not mean that that won't change in the future as they get new sort of staff members, as they get new ideas for stuff, as stuff becomes proven as a good idea or a bad idea. Boom! That was it for your kind of Con 42 main panel update. I'll trawl through the rest of the 11 hours of that live stream to see if there was any other interesting bits and bobs talked about. But yeah, it looks like we're getting those ATLS combat suits in June and some updates to hangar and freight elevators. It looks like we're going to get a load more interesting sort of missions. Potentially engineering will be turning up, at least in the sort of tech preview build. It looks like we're going to be able to breach doors in new ways. Ship armor, even though it's sort of like a bodge, a faked version, it's coming as well. And fires and just loads of cool stuff is coming in the not too distant future. What do you think though? Are you excited for what they were talking about there? Are you looking forward to the assumedly 4.1.2 patch coming in June? I'm very pro mech suit. I want a combat ATLS. Hopefully they're not as derpy as they looked when activated and turned on. They might be really cool. They might have had a bit of refinement since we saw them. Tell me what you think about all of that in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about engineering? What do you think about these features going to the tech preview branch before going to the live build? Stuff like that. Also, something else that you might be interested in. Oh, what's that? NordVPN. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer to get yourself some better security, privacy, and accessibilities of the interwebs. I use NordVPN. I love it. Links down below. Huge discounts on that. Something else that's discounted at the moment as well. Tobii Eye Tracker, natively supported hand eye tracking in Star Citizen. Oh, very high precision. I use that too. Links down below. Help support the channel. All of that stuff. There's loads of other links as well to THRUSTMASTER join buttons. Just look down below. May is about fleets. Lots of dogfighting, flying with friends, and once again we've partnered with Lunar Wolves, a Star Citizen organization looking for recruits. Maybe you might be an appropriate fit. You can check the recruitment page for them down below. But we're giving away a fleet of ships. Commenting on any of my videos during the month of May gets lots of different lucky winners. The chance to win a Constellation Andromeda, a F7C Super Hornet Mark II, a Redeemer, and a Cutlass Black. Each winner will win one of those, courtesy of the Lunar Wolves. But wait, there is more. The Lunar Wolves are also giving away an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance to one of their new recruits. Winners of that particular ship will be selected randomly from eligible org signups, but the rest of those ships, they're given away on my channel entirely, so you just need to comment on any of my videos to be in for a chance of winning. Lunar Wolves welcome all who share their passion for adventure and love of Star Citizen, and you can find out more about them on the lunarwolves.org webpage as well. If you would like to further support the channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that sort of good stuff. We've got join buttons under videos that help support the channel as well. You get some exclusive videos that are going out now. They've got Patreon, which basically does the same. We make daily Star Citizen content here, and that's partly due to the people that go the extra mile and help out the channel. I hope you have a fantastic May, a fantastic Fleet Week, and a great Star Citizen Alpha 4.1.1 experience.